Cuervo has that tequila de familia, which is maybe their top end, or if it's not, it's up there. But it retails for about $185 a bottle. That is good tequila.
Right.
Cuervo Gold, not
No,
so much.
It's 45% vodka.
Is that what it is?
Effectively.
Wow. Coming to you from my home studios in Greenville, South Carolina, I'm Russ Heaps, and this is Beer to Whiskey. This is one of our Anything But Bourbon episodes where I sit down with my good buddy, Big John Richards, who's really our beer whisperer here at Beer to Whiskey, but I enjoy drinking with him and drink with him quite often, quite frankly. And plus he's got a great palate and always adds a lot to the conversation. Today we're looking at Herradura. It's a double barrel reposado tequila. And John, being a big heart, big everything really, but big heart, well, I'm assuming a lot. Big everything, I suppose. Big heart. Brought this bottle to me for my birthday a couple of months ago. For that, John, I salute you.
Oh, in return.
But we are going to actually tap into it on camera today.
Yeah.
And experience it. Here are my notes.
I want to get started.
Go ahead. Start to work on it. Try not to cut your hand off.
We have this very lovely pink knife. I like
Pink
it.
knife. Well, it's, never mind.
All right, I'm just going to let it go then.
As is true with most tequilas, this is 80 proof. It's produced by Casa Herradura, and as is the case with tequilas, it's produced in the Mexican state of Jalisco. It's been aged, it's double barrel reposado. It's been aged 11 months in charred or toasted oak barrels, and it's been that have been previously used to age other things, and then 1 month in a virgin toasted barrel. That's kind of what caught my eye.
Right. Well, it tends to.
Yes. Price point on this is somewhere between $60 and $80.
So this is also neat because it's a specialty bottling by. We have our Herradura has been represented in South Carolina by this Tequila Maria for years. For 20 years, maybe 25, or maybe longer. We've been underestimating everything today.
You have.
So she was out, of course, representing this bottling because this is her personal bottling. First time she had been allowed to select barrels.
That right?
And so she selected the barrels that were used for this and the aging process. So this is her personal bottling of this beer. And if I remember right,
whiskey,
she said,
tequila,
whatever
it is. We've been doing. We've done a bunch of these already
around
today.
the board. Tequila, her personal bottling of this tequila.
Yeah.
And if I remember right, I think she said there was only 600 cases made. I think only 6 bottles of it made it to the upstate. So I was really, really thrilled to get to be able to snag one.
Yeah. Where did you find us? At the place next to you?
Yeah,
Okay.
she was up there doing a tasting with it, and was like,
wow.
oh, I have to make this happen. This is never going to happen again.
Obviously, thank you very much.
No, you're very welcome. I couldn't think of a better way to share it.
Me neither.
I'm gonna hopefully pop the top. I thought I had the hard part done with. Right. There you excited for this, for what I remember how much I liked of this thing.
What's not to like?
Some of it on the table, that's for our dead friends.
And I'm starting to have a lot of those, unfortunately.
Oh, let's rescue this from that.
Well, yeah. At some point, I'm going to do a memorial episode of Bird of Whiskey to some of these guys because some of them were drinking pals.
Yeah.
And I'd like to say it's clean living that I'm still here and they're not, but boy, that's not true.
Well, get into it.
Text Miss Lily.
Let's do it. Oh yeah, you can't mistake it for anything else other than tequila. That's for sure.
No, but it's not. Although you pick up the agave out of it. It's not overpowering. It's not,
No, it doesn't smell like cheap tequila.
no.
And because nobody, I mean, you might as well be drinking hand sanitizer at that point.
Friends don't let friends drink Cuervo Gold. That's all I'm telling you. Cuervo has
I'm
that.
sure there's some Cuervo stuff that are wonderful, but Cuervo Gold's 45%.
Cuervo has that Tequila de Familia, which is maybe their top end, or if it's not, it's up there. But it retails for about $185 a bottle. That is good tequila.
Right.
Cuervo Gold, not
No,
so much.
It's 45% vodka.
Is that what it is?
Effectively.
Wow.
That's why it's become such a big thing to put 100% agave on your tequila, because otherwise you can just use neutral grain spirits to make half of it. Oh yeah, that's so smooth. You get the fruit of the tequila up front and you get the barrel on the finish. You can really taste the oak on the end of that.
You can taste the oak, and I'm getting caramel at the end of it.
Yeah.
Right, right in the back of my throat where it, wow, that is sweet.
Yeah, it's sweet and it's smooth. There's no burn at all on that.
I mean, when I said it's sweet, I mean it's nice. It's good.
Yeah.
I don't mean it's like
Right.
sugary sweet.
Well, it is.
It to some extent it is.
It is. Yeah, it's not.
At the
It tastes
end.
like Kool-Aid, but
Yeah, at the end it is. You get more sweet than anything else out of it.
this was the bottle I was buying when Tequila Maria and I had that conversation. I've referenced a couple times. I referenced dropping eyedroppers into my whiskey, and she said, "Oh yeah, you should definitely do that with whiskey, but you should never do that with tequila." And this is yet another example of why you don't have to dilute good tequila at all.
Yep. And it's, I think, one of the big shames in life are all the people who have had a bad experience with cheap tequila and will never drink tequila again.
Yep.
I was with a guy that I work with in another little side job that I do occasionally yesterday. We had to make about a 4 or 5 hour jaunt in a car together. And at some point we got on tequila, and he's one of those who had a bad experience with tequila 20 years ago and just can't drink it again.
It seems like tequila and gin somebody got sick on it when they were 17 years
Yeah.
old, and they could never do it again. And
Yep, and
it's a shame, man. It's
because wow, when you're 22 or 23 or in college or whenever, you have no idea that there is really good tequila out there.
Right.
You just don't.
No, yeah.
You just don't realize that there's good tequila out there. So, and you drink what you can afford.
right.
And so you get messed up on really bad tequila. I've been very lucky because when I was younger, as much as I got messed up on cheap tequila, I never lost my affection for it. There's nothing worse than a tequila hangover as far as I'm concerned. Those are the worst hangovers I ever had in my life. So I get that part of it. But man, there are such good sipping tequilas, and I would add this to the list.
Excellent.
Yeah, that was a nice gift. Thank you.
Glad it holds up. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's so fun to find that stuff, and off what you just said, so many people have spent their formative years drinking garbage everything from
Yeah.
beer to all the way to beer to whiskey, as it were.
Yep.
and and developing those people and trying to get them off that path sometimes is hard, and then sometimes they get ruined by the whole thing. And it's been fun to watch as a beer drinker the number of people who turn 21 and go, thank God I can finally drink good beer, and then they're immediately in a place like Barley's or my old place up at Spartanburg, something like that, going, all right, I'm gonna have my first good beer, and it's fun to watch, and they're getting the same sort of effect with this too, where they're like, okay, I've had all the cheap stuff, now I want to start experimenting with the good stuff because now I can go in there and buy it legally. So
And this is the good stuff.
yeah,
This is the good stuff. We're gonna, despite doing this episode on it, we're gonna try and keep it on the down low, because this will just be something else if people discover. You'll never be, well, it's already hard to find.
right.
You'll never be, it'll be like Clase Azul in 1942, and you won't be able to find it.
Well,
But I got my bottle right
yeah,
here.
absolutely. Send these people on their way.
Mm-hmm.
Off we go.
So damn lucky. See you next time.